This video response is going to go out to a band known as Jax, and that's because you uploaded a music video entitled Victoria's Secret. I have heard the song. I also watched the Flash Mob. Okay, I watched that too. And yes, I have also seen the music video. Alright, so I'm going to review this song, and I'm going to ask you some questions about this song, and I'm going to provide some additional information that you did not provide in this song. You did provide it in the music video, but you did not provide it in the actual song itself. Okay. Now, the first question is, neither your parents nor any of your older friends told you about Photoshop or different female body shapes. Are you saying you grew up prior to the year 2000? Okay. And you actually took advice from a magazine cover or even a magazine story? I guess no one taught you how to conduct proper research. We're going to show you that in just a second. And you've never heard of or read about Karen Carpenter. Let me tell you something. Over Christmas time, if you are really paying attention to Christmas music, and I'm not talking about the 21st century Christmas music, we're talking about older type Christmas songs, you're telling me you have never heard Karen Carpenter singing Merry Christmas, Darling? Never heard that. I don't believe it, and I just don't. I really don't believe that. Okay? So, allow me to show you how to conduct proper research. Who invented the company known as Victoria's Secret? It was not Leslie Wexler. Nope, you got that wrong. You say it was invented by a dude? It was invented by a dude. You just showed the wrong dude. That's all you did. Okay? It was not Leslie Wexler. His name was Roy Raymond. Okay? This guy was married, and his wife wanted him to buy her. Roy's wife wanted him to buy her thigh-high stockings at a department store. He went to that store, and he was very embarrassed, and he just couldn't bring himself to buy the thigh-highs because he thought everybody was judging him because he was buying thigh-highs for his wife. So he invented his own lingerie store. His idea was to create a store where men could go shop so they could buy lingerie for their wives without feeling like perverts as they shopped. Well, in 1982, Victoria's Secret was nearing bankruptcy. Then a guy by the name of Leslie Wexner bought the chain. Now, he was a personal friend of Jeffrey Epstein. This is where the problems began. Okay? Now, Leslie Wexner researched the lingerie industry in Europe. That would be Italy, France, Great Britain, etc., etc., okay? And Spain, so on and so forth. Leslie Wexner redesigned Victoria's Secret. Now, while he was doing this, he allowed Roy Raymond to stay president of Victoria's Secret until 1984. Now, Roy Raymond went on to try to create another store chain called My Child's Destiny. Unfortunately, My Child's Destiny did not work out too well. And because of that, Roy Raymond ended up in a divorce. His wife divorced him, and then in 1993 he paid one last visit to the Golden Gate Bridge, and he did kind of a swan dive, if you get the idea. It wasn't very pleasant for him. Okay? So, when you said that in the lyrics, when you said that the store had been invented by a dude, it was invented by Roy Raymond. Then you went on to describe your problems with Victoria's Secret. Well, it wasn't Roy Raymond who caused those problems. It was Leslie Wexler. Okay? So, you need to adjust this song because basically they're getting the idea that Leslie Wexler was the one who formed Victoria's Secret. That's not true at all. That is a 100% lie, and it needs to be 100% corrected. Period. You don't lie to teenagers. You may not like what Victoria's Secret did, but I don't like what you did to them. You lied to them, literally, and I have the proof, and I've just given it to you. That's called proper research, and you didn't conduct it. So, and I'm going to get a lot of grief in the comments. I know I will. I'm fully expecting it. But the fact of the matter is, I'm right, period. The end. There is no question about how right I am. I just proved it to you. Okay? Now, Roy Raymond never lived in Ohio. Never. Okay? As a matter of fact, he lived in Connecticut originally. Then he moved out to California because he was very successful at the beginning with his Victoria's Secret, even though eventually it went into almost bankruptcy. Okay? So, Leslie Wexler was the guy cashing in on the female body shapes. But here's the thing. Are you telling me that kids today are not being taught how to do proper research and to make good decisions for themselves? If that's the case, then this is an education problem. It's not Leslie Wexler's problem. All he's doing is promoting a product. It's up to them, it's up to these teenagers to decide whether that product is what they want to wear or not. Okay? It's the same thing with illegal medications. You're the one that ultimately makes the decision. Nobody says you have to do this. In the same way, Leslie Wexler never said you have to wear this stuff. And if the guys cannot appreciate these gals for who they actually are, they're the ones with the problem, not the gals. The only time the gals have the problem is when they succumb to the peer pressure. Are you telling me that nobody ever teaches these kids how to avoid peer pressure? If you need avoidance of peer pressure, you come here and I'll teach you how. Stop that. Don't subject yourself to peer pressure. It's ridiculous and it's wrong. Anyway. And then you go on the song to talk about Thighs of Thunder. And you say, well, it's all okay. Really? Do you have a medical license that says that? You shouldn't be the one determining that. I should not be the one determining that. The person who should determine that is their physician. If their physician says it's okay, it's okay. If the physician says it's not, they should be medically treated. So don't tell people that because they have Thighs of Thunder, they must be okay. That is the same mistake that Beauty Crush made when she was telling people that shyness, all shyness is okay. No, it's not. If you know anything about social anxiety disorder, you know how not okay it can become. It's not for you to determine all that. It is for a physician to determine that. Period. And until your physician says it's okay, it's not okay. Then he says it's okay, and then it is okay. So that should be removed from your song immediately. Alright. Why am I giving this song an F? I'll tell you why. One, because the lyrics flat out lie to these people, and that's wrong. And they're telling kids, they're sitting almost, it's not really a subliminal message, but in a way that's exactly what it is. They're telling kids, if you have Thighs of Thunder, you're okay. Not necessarily. A physician tells you that, not you. So that's two reasons. Besides, okay. Oh, and I almost forgot. There is an expletive in this song. I don't approve of that at all. This is being marketed to teenagers. Are you telling me you're teaching these teenagers that expletives are okay? It's not. Sorry, wrong. All right. And this gal who sings this song never mentions Karen Carpenter. Are you kidding me? If you really wanted to make an impact in this world, you bring up the story of Karen Carpenter. You're telling me you have never heard of Karen Carpenter? Please, I know better. Alright. The only instruments in the song is a guitar and a set of drums. Any 2-bit amateur could create this kind of a song. And that's why this song is getting an F. It's not original. It lies to kids. it causes kids to believe something that's just not all accurate. It's ridiculous. It is a really stupid song, and I am not afraid to say it. If you're Jax and you want to write to me, go right ahead. If you're one of the supporters of Jax, go right ahead to me. I'm right, and you know it. So don't try to argue with me on that, because I'm right, period. And I am not ashamed of making this video. Alright. Aside from that, if you want to go over to Jax's YouTube channel, feel free. I wouldn't recommend it, but you go ahead. You can watch their videos, rate their videos, comment on their videos, subscribe to their channel if you like. If you want to tell them that the Speed Learner sent you, go right ahead. I'd love to hear their response. Alright. I will tell you more in a future video, so I'd like for you to stay tuned.